is a Benz packed in here, but the problem this guy has is poor fuel emission. And what we are going to do, we are going to check whether the nozzles and the injector pump are all fine. So now what we're going to do is just raise our bonnet, set clear our camera, tackle the rest. I don't want to take a lot of time here because this is a simple work to do. Once you put your finger here and it picks fuel, that shows that like so, okay? Once you put your finger here, right here, and it picks fuel, just know that here, the injector pump is functioning and okay. Now, once we remove this, guys, one will be on a right track to see who is not functioning, and why, or what could be the cause, right? Then when we look at these nozzles, I'm going to open up inside here. We check two of us, me and you, because it is spring tension, so you got to take care while opening. This is a spring. That is the order how it comes in. Then when you look in there, there is that pin with the washer plate. So that is a pin, pump. And this one hits directly there. So this is its order also too. We got to arrange the order because we don't want to suffer again after. Then when you open it, because when I look in, I see that, right? But when you look at the plunger here, it is quite clean. It is quite clean and freely moving. Then besides that, we have some two holes here which tend to block, one here and another one here. So I'm going to look at these two holes also too by compressing air through. So when you blow air in, you can easily tell that now that it is clean. Then another thing here is we have the returns. They are inside there. I think you can see them clearly when I see those three holes. Two are return, one intake. So I got to compress air into from this way so that I push them back. So now this is the order, and those are the parts in. And then when we open the second one, spring again, the plate washer, and then the pin lastly. So that pin getting out in that manner, it's not a good idea. It should be freely coming out, because with when it is compressed by fuel, it should give a positive readout to compress fuel. But you see, I was tapping it to leave, which is not a good idea, meaning it was somehow, it was stuck in there, okay, which is not a good idea. But now when you check over, there is that here which I'm going to clean too. So that is the order here also. And then we're going to tickle these two also. These ones were functioning, you can see even how smart they are, but I got to find out whether they are bad. You see this one coming out free? That's how even the other two should react. And then looking at this one here, functioning perfect, because the fuel is sprayed out via this tip. Think you can see that tip? Just right there. This is a tip here. Then don't have, I've just blown air in here, but it's fine. And this one too, fine. Okay, and then now we got to open the third one, the fourth one. See how free it should come out. You see how free it should be. See how free it should be. It's not be too much pressure on it to release. So these are the guys now right there, but let's assemble them such that after cleaning, such that we are on track. And then during assembling, of course I'm just going to assemble one for review how to assemble, and then I clean first. So during assembling, you get one just like so. You press in the tip goes in there, and it comes out here with something sharp. I think you can see that. If I push it back that way, you can see any tip here, but if I bring it back, I think you can see that tip. Then followed by the washer plate, just like so, and then the spring comes with garden pin, and then you scroll down. Then up to here you have to torque down. Just that way, very simple. And then when you take down this upper screw in, the tip comes out automatically. Yeah, so now on return, we are going to fix back our nozzles. But it is quite better you check in here whether there is that before the threads. Okay. When it gets hard, after freely rotating, then make sure that this nozzle is tightened up perfectly. because after locking up I'm going to torque down. So take care so that you don't damage the nut. Okay, then after installing that, then we got to, because it has some few outlets, we block one outlet and then we reconnect the rest. It returns the fuel back to the fuel cleaner, and then from the fuel filter, the nozzles return fuel to the fuel filter, and the fuel filter returns the fuel to the tank. Okay, so we're going to put the high pressure lines back. Hand tighten please, because when you hand tighten these guys here, you really produce a good job. This one not tightened because I'm going to bleed the air out of the system, so I will use that because we're going to start in the car, then I will be locking up here. Please, when you're locking these nuts, you got to you got to properly hold this guy so that you don't damage. Here it has nowhere to, because it was made neutral in a given way that even if it is 6 cylinders, even if they are 6 cylinders, you can just jump one to the another. Okay, so we block the last cylinder and then reconnect the following cylinders. Now we have blocked here, so we are jumping that fuel from there to the second last nozzle. Make sure it fits tight, because it may even cause a fuel leakage if at all not properly fixed. Then the first one to the fuel filter. So sometimes with these Benz machines or engines, these tubes break out, and you find fuel dropping down the floor or down after leaving that park yard, just because of these tubes. So sometimes you can check it yourself and you really find that it is either from that area or that area is perfect. Then I'm going to lock up here, and there's another guard which is locked here, but we are going to a bleeding part. Yeah, everything cool. Okay, so now guys, when we return the negative cable on the battery, because whenever you're working on the car, you got to power off the machine. So we are going to crank the engine so that we lift fuel in these high pressure rails, and then we start it. So this is now bleeding, and someone already in the car. Yes, crank. Next, yeah.
During this process, you don't need someone inside the car to press on accelerator. It's you in here to press the accelerator just out here. So someone in the car is just resting when you need to press this and turn down the car. So if the lever is very wide, I can just shut down from here. So this will shut off. Now, when you leave the engine to idle, you got to see how the ignition is come and how the engine is. Okay, just after cleaning the nozzle, look at that power of the nozzle in that engine. And that's how it works, and everything is now quite clear. Now we are hoping to end our video.